Let's start this Inktober video off by doing something a little bit different for day 21 treasure. So I had a bit of an idea. Instead of just doing a 2D drawing, I wanted to do something 3D. So the first thing that popped into my head when I thought of treasure was a treasure chest. And I went looking through some of the templates for a treasure chest and settled on one from ldscraftideas.com. I will leave a link below to where I got this treasure chest template from. So I used that template to design the treasure chest, and I did my own pattern on the treasure chest, and I just can't believe how much wood grain, once again, wood grain is in these videos. Yeah, I made it a wood grain chest with a bit at the back cut out where you can see some creepy little eyes staring back at you. And also at the front of the treasure chest, there is these little, like there's this big hole at the front that's completely blown out, and you can see more eyes peering through. So yeah, I wanted to add that sort of creepy element to it. So it's a treasure chest, but is there treasure inside? Is there something else inside? Is it like Pandora's box? If you open it, are all these, you know, horrible little monsters going to just pour out of this treasure chest? You know, that's probably what they are. They can't get out of the treasure chest, even through the little holes that are on the chest, because they're too big. They're just waiting for someone to open it to reveal themselves. So with this treasure chest, I wanted to give it a really old antique look. So I added some water to the wood grain parts first, and then just dabbed and just dropped some of the ink onto it, so it was a bit unevenly colored, just to give it that really tarnished old look. And then I just went over the edges where it would be possibly metal, where the little dots are, and yeah, just made it as dark as possible. And then just went through and shaded it the best that I thought, you know, best that I could with the shading. I'm not sure, you know, where the shading would have been, but I just guessed and made it look a bit more antique-y. And then I went over all the little screws and everything with a white gel pen, just to give it that shine and just defined some more bits and pieces. And then cut it out and put it together and just folded it together. Now I cut out the struggle that I had with this because the only glue that I've got at the moment is this Elmer's sparkly glittery glue, which I had left over from a video I did about 1.5 years ago with my bird making slime. So this is all I've got. I have to get some more glue. And the struggle was real. I struggled to hold this thing together until it dried. So what you don't see is I actually go in there with some masking tape and just tape the insides up, and yeah, that was it. That's basically what I did, because the glue just was not drying quick enough for my liking. And then I just went over all the little bits and pieces that are white that was showing through with my brush Pigma Micron. And there you have it. That is the treasure chest for day 21. Treasure. Day 22 is Ghost, and I started off thinking, how was I gonna do a ghost that everyone else was gonna do? Like, should I do that? But then I thought, well, I only just recently again watched 13 Ghosts, and I thought, what better way to, you know, celebrate the 22nd day of Inktober Ghost with doing one of the ghosts from 13 Ghosts. So I decided to do the Jackal because I feel as though this one was probably one of the scary ones in the piece, in that movie. So I drew the Jackal. I did put a little bit of detail more into this piece, but I also did leave a fair bit of detail out from her original costume in the movie because I didn't really want to add that much detail, but I got the gist across with her outfit that she was wearing. And I couldn't find a pose that I really like, and plus I don't really like copying anything. I like to just completely draw everything original with the poses and everything. So I ended up just finding references for hands and different poses, and settled on the hand at the front like she's coming to grab you with this hideous double jointed thumb. Just I really wanted to make her hands look completely messed up. And yeah, I just sort of got a few references for her face, and then just sort of drew my own variation of this Jackal. Because like I said, I don't like to copy anything. I like everything to be completely original. If I am doing some sort of fan art for a movie or whatever, I just hate copy, and I like to challenge myself and do something that's my own. And that's what I did with this piece. So I really wanted this pose. I really wanted a scary pose that she was coming out and she's trying to get like you, the viewer, because that's what it looks like. She's coming out from the picture. She's coming to get you. And I reckon I did achieve that. I'm pretty happy with this piece. I don't mind it at all. And I had to get a lot of variation in color as well out of the black. So yeah, this one really did test me with the variation. And I am very, very happy that I decided to go completely traditional with this Inktober and do just black and white and a bit of grayscale. I did think about adding color, a colored like an accent, but I really just wanted to stick with traditional. I really wanted to test myself with the black. I just wanted to see the contrast that I could get and all that. So I really did test myself with this, and I had a few moments where yeah, I didn't think I was gonna do it, and some of the pieces didn't turn out too bad and some of them were a little bit iffy, but yeah, no, I'm happy I went down the road of just doing black and white. So that is my day 22 Ghost. So day 23 is Ancient, and this just came to me instantly as soon as I saw Ancient. I wanted to do a zombie pharaoh, so that's exactly what I did. And because I've been watching a lot of Ancient Aliens and I've been watching a lot of those documentaries on Egypt, I just naturally just went straight to that as soon as I saw Ancient. So I just went with an ancient Egyptian pharaoh. And this one was, this one's actually my partner's favorite. He really likes this pharaoh because it's very scary looking, and he just, he reckons it's my best piece in the whole Inktober so far. So, yeah, I must admit, I don't mind. This is definitely one of my favorites. It's definitely up there with the top favorites that I have. And yeah, I just made it as dark and as eerie and as scary as possible, because this pharaoh has, you know, been dead for thousands of years and has been reanimated and has come back to life. and has got this ink basically edged or stamped into their head, and it's creating this like eternal life thing. And it's brought this pharaoh back to life, and they're pretty pissed, because wouldn't you be pretty pissed if you came back to life thousands of years later as a mummy, and you're stiff and you're gross and you're decayed, and oh god, I don't even want to think about that. So yes, that is my day 23 ancient. And the last illustration in this video is day 24, Dizzy. Now, this one I really had a lot of issues with trying to work out how I was going to make something dizzy. And the only thing I could think of was, after a while, well, it took me a while, is a person hanging upside down, because I do know that if I hang upside down I get extremely dizzy and nearly black out. I hate it, and especially if I come back up. If I hang upside down then come back up again, oh god, I am extremely dizzy. So I decided to have this chick, and she's like wrapped in bandages, like she looks like a mummy. And no real point to that, just wanted to do that. And I decided to have a cut through her throat. So she's bleeding, which adds an even more dizzy effect. So, you know, you have a loss of blood, you're gonna get dizzy. But, you know, this chick isn't going to die, she's just bleeding a little bit, and she's gonna be fine, because someone's going to save her in time. So yeah, so she's obviously been kidnapped, and she's been cut in the throat. Not too bad that she's just bleeding out, but just enough to you know, just let her bleed out over, like, say a week, and she would die, but someone's gonna save her. But she was just wrapped in bandages because these people who kidnapped her just did that, and they just left her upside down to drain out. I actually showed my mum this piece, and she said, that's not dizzy, that's murderous. And she sort of didn't like this one. She's like, you could have done someone spinning on a chair or on a ride or a roller coaster or something like that. And I went, no, that doesn't make me dizzy. Like, I'm sort of thinking from, like, my point of view, what would make me dizzy. And I know for a fact that hanging upside down would definitely make me dizzy. And I just had to add the cut through the throat for extra blood loss, you know, for blood loss to make her dizzy. So yeah, I know this one. Yeah, I can imagine what you're thinking with my description of the reasons why I did this piece. But anyway, that was my day 24 dizzy. And that is it. We're nearing the end. We're getting close to the end of Inktober. There's only 2 more videos for me to do after this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!